Another tough one to take. Just a few incidents on the pitch and off the pitch, but on the pitch itself, give us your overall thoughts, give us your assessment.
I think we started well, played a decent first half, should have the lead earlier. To be totally honest, we were not clinical in these situations. Obviously, Gunny kept us in the game with his one save as well, but then we scored a wonderful goal. Didn't get a penalty, which was clear and obvious from my point of view, especially after I've seen the video footage. The ref had a perfect view on it. Conceded a free kick, which was a free kick in our favor. Clear and obvious as well, and unfortunately after this free kick, which was a good one to be fair, we conceded the equalizer short before halftime. So it was a half where I think a lot of things went against us. Unfortunately, instead having the lead, maybe even higher, we only had a draw at halftime. I think we started okay second half, had some good turnover moments where we didn't use them as good as we've done it in the first half, where we were a little bit sloppy in our passing. And obviously the second goal which we conceded was just not good enough. In this situation we have to be much more ruthless and mature. Concede this goal, and to be honest, afterwards the second half we lost our structure, we lost our calmness, and didn't look mature in the second half, and this is why we then at the end of the day conceded this defeat, unfortunately.
Just to go back to the TV pictures, you look very unhappy with the award of that free kick, and you know the replays would say you probably have a case. It just looked like two players both had their feet up, or their foot up, sorry. So you must be really frustrated with that decision.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be honest, the fourth official was good. He said, "Yeah, you are right. I've seen it exactly the same, and I've spoken with the ref, but he has seen it differently, and he was closer." But that doesn't help at the end of the day. It was two key decisions from the ref which were just not right, how he decided it. And obviously I like to say this clear as well. We had some key moments in the first half where we haven't done it right as well, when we didn't use our chances. So at the end of the day, as I said, it was a good first half where we unfortunately didn't have the lead. Second half, we were not as good as in the first half, and as I said, lost our structure.
Yeah, conceded disappointment on your face. You know now that is the top six gone mathematically. I'm sure you felt it was probably going that way, but while you still had a chance, does it now give you that clarity? You've just got to kick on now and accept what's gone wrong this season and come back.
Yeah, to be fair, back in my head, I already thought the chance not to make it was slightly higher than to make it, even before this game. And I said this beforehand. Since a few weeks, we plan, and the plans are totally independent from the division. And this is exactly what excites me the next season, because I know exactly what we like to do. And this, I said beforehand as well, excites me, whatever division it is, because we all together know we have a lot to change, and we will do. And the good thing is that all the key persons in the club are aware about it, are all committed, and this is why everything what we will build for the next season excites me.
You say that a lot has to change. I don't know, it's probably straight after the game, you don't really want to consider your thoughts, but why have you fallen short since you came in the building? Why is a group who are probably better than where they are in the table now falling short?
As you said, I don't like to go in detail and analyze now, because the season isn't over. We have a home game, the last game of the season at home, an important game, a big game for some individuals as well. And we like to make sure that we win this, that we perform as good as we have done in the first half, maybe even better. But after the season, for sure, we have to analyze and we have to speak publicly as well what went wrong, and then we have to make sure that we have the right answers for all the questions which we get asked, because obviously after a season like this there will be questions, which is totally normal. But as I said, I'm totally exciting because we know the answers, we know the ideas, and we know what we have to change.
Obviously, there's frustration inside the group. I'm sure you and your players and everybody connected to the club. There's frustration outside as well with the fan base. And I have to ask you about Andrew Hughes there. Seemed to be went over at the end or continued to go over to the away fans, because you obviously went over to acknowledge them, and there looked to be some dialogue with one or two away fans. Has anything been reported back to you about that incident?
No, I think we all together went like always after away games. Obviously, I understand and got the frustration which they have shown to us, but I can't speak for them. But to be fair, I think the frustration was not because of the game of the first half, because, as I said, the game was, from my point of view, good. It was because of the whole season, and I totally understand the frustration. They have every right to show their frustration, but the only ones who can change it are us, with a proper transfer window, with a proper preseason as well, and then we will attack in the next championship season. Regarding Yuzi, I haven't seen, but it only shows character if he goes and likes to have a dialogue, likes to speak with away supporters, maybe explain or hear more in detail what the frustration is. But at the end of the day, I think to make this immediately after the game, normally it's very, how you call it, heat. And then it makes not a lot of sense, but it only shows Andrew's character, that he cares.
Yeah, and I guess.
But I haven't seen it, to be
yeah,
fair.
No, understood. Yeah, understood. But and as you said it after the game last weekend, to move this forward now, it needs unity, doesn't it? It needs people to come together inside the club, outside the club, and you'd reiterate that after today.
Yeah, but this is not a shadow of a doubt, and I know that the frustration is there and has to be there after the season. This is absolutely how it should be. But I know as well, when we make everything like we like to do, and when we have, as I said, the window which I hope us and I expect us to have, and when we have the preseason which I expect us to have, and then we're ready to go into attack in the championship, and everyone who is very frustrated will be happy and celebrate again. This is how football works, and this is the totally right to show frustration. I do it as well in the dressing room or whatever, but I show as well if 3 months later the guys perform on the top level and get their wins, that I'm happy. So this is how it is. How it always will be, and the only ones who can change it are us, and this is our aim. I know there is a hell of a work to do, but start it and let's do it.
Just got one more back on the game. No on L today. You said on Thursday it was a bit of a doubt. Can you just fill us in on what the issue there was?
Yeah, he has a minor knee injury, but he will be back hopefully next week in training and for the last home game.
Okay, and Sam Byram as well. Maybe one or two a little bit surprised that you went and started a game with him, because you mapped out why you have to be very careful with him and his fitness record. What was you thinking there, and how did you think he went?
First of all, I'm very happy that he was able to finish the game. First 90 minutes plus stoppage time for a long time for him. I think he played well centrally. We wanted to change our centre backs because in the last games we didn't look very stable in these positions. Today it looked a little bit better. Obviously Lungi's natural position is the defensive midfielder, which he played today as well. So I'm very happy for Sam that he was able to play 90 minutes without any issues.
Thanks, David.
Just a couple from me, Dave, if I can. You mentioned about the sort of loss of structure in the second half, and you also made a quadruple substitution. I'm guessing there was some of that loss of structure before you made those changes, and then would it have been quite difficult making that many in one go for the side to regain that structure?
Yeah, the good thing is, or the hope was, because obviously you can speak with them outside a little bit more relaxed and more in detail what went wrong or what we like to change, and this gives, obviously, if you can make four change in one moment, more hope that because it's a big part of the team, then the structure comes back. Unfortunately, it was not the case.
Okay, what were the elements that you felt went missing in that structure?
We were not calm enough. We didn't circulate the ball good enough like we've done in the first half to come in our field positioning to break them in the position-based game, and we were not strong enough after the turnovers in the transition as well. There we were sloppy then rather than clear, hard, sharp passes like in the first half where we broken them and where we scored this goal, or where we had the one or other big chance as well. And this is what we lost. Unfortunately, as I said, we didn't wear calm, we didn't look mature. We had a lot of ball possession, but in areas where it is irrelevant, and we didn't really cause them problems in the final third, and had not the runs in the right areas as well. So this was our problem in the second half.
And just finally, if I may, there's so much talk about all the changes that you want to do and the club wants to do coming up in this window. Yeah, this is a really young side, and there would, I would guess, be a line of thought that actually if this side was left together, if there was momentum and it was sold as something that to build off, that would be good as well. Do you see that potential in this young side, or is it going to need changes? Are there things there more things that you need to work on to add to the group?
That there is potential in this group, I think everybody can see this individual potential as well. But it's a big difference between potential and quality. You can have potential if you don't show it consistently. This doesn't mean this means we miss quality, and this is exactly what we have to make sure. Make sure that the potential which we have shows more consistently, that they have the quality, or at the guys who are able to show consistently their potential, and this means that they have the quality. Best scenario is, and this is what we were working on, is to have both.
Great.
Jamie, can I just ask about Kenny McLean? How he's progressing, and has he got a chance for Scotland in June?
It's a doubt, but I think there is the small chance that this can be happen. I think the next 2 weeks will be crucial to make this decision. Yeah.
All right, thank you everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks.